the game to you. You're a winner, that's for sure. Like you're cruising at a higher altitude than I've ever been before. Can you tell me that it's over? But you're crawling back for more. Sick of not having the answers. I'm always trying to pull you off the floor. Revolution, grab your shield and grab your sword. We'll weather through the storm. Why did you choose him? I was always there for you. Even now you want him more. I run the Raptors, just let them take you home. There's a time and place for that. Cut the power, light the fire, let it burn, and don't give up until you see them sweat. You're trying to drive well in the backseat when you're getting nowhere fast. Oh man, your station, on your arm and grab the wheel. This one's gonna stick, we'll make it last. Oh, revolution, grab your shit and grab your sword. We'll weather through the storm. Yeah, why did you choose him? I was always there for you. Even now you want it more. Can you run into the ocean with me? Will you drown? Will you carry me through trenches I wanna be? Will you hold me up when I try to breathe? Revolution, grab your shield and grab your sword. We'll weather through the storm. Who are you choosing? I was always there for you. Even now you want it more. Your naughty nature will always make you wanna hate ya. Oh, until the end. No one can save ya. I guess it's time to match your makeup. It's getting time again. Oh, down into the ocean with me. Will you drown? Hey everybody, we are Beyond Gravity here. We're live at the Parlour with Motif magazine. So stick around, we're going to be doing an interview and a few more songs. You left me so broken. My heart was always hoping you'd come back. November was freezing. We stayed inside. I felt like I was trapped. Say you lost it all. You let the attack on everyone. It's like you lost control. Yeah, you started a war. You're tearing it down, breaking the norm of what they've done now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, you're calling the shots, you're running the show. Nobody could tell how far you would go. Whoa, 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 whoa. December was no better, a tone of letter you made me cross the line. You're changing, I'm fading. We all think this time here you could die, and you're growing old. But that never held you back before. It's like you broke the mold. Yeah, you're starting a war, tearing it down, breaking the mold. What they've done now. Yeah, you're calling the shots, you're running the show. Nobody can tell how far you would go. Lights out all around the town, a quiet place to hide. Let's cry off the stays intact, it somehow brings our minds. One chance for us to try again, one chance to see the light again, one chance you not see the monsters on your side. Yeah, you started a war, you're tearing it down, breaking the norm, look what they've done now. Yeah, you're calling the shots, you're running the show. Nobody can tell how far you would go. Where did you run to? Oh, you started a war. So broken, my heart was always hoping you come back. Yeah, you started a war. Thank you. Gonna slow it down. This song's called "Got Nowhere to Go." This game, nothing else to win. Took a chance and let you in. You've been searching for a place to call home. We ain't got nowhere to go. Always terrible at life. It's been a year or two since I shook your hand. Lost tearing us apart. I'm holding on to every step. Never understand why I keep up my dreams. Wondering that's killing me. Looking at our lives, do it all again. I gained a lover, lost a friend. Yeah, you tell me on my way down. You're coming back for more. It's a useless conversation, like a dead man at my door. your face, a cigarette in every smile. Tell me you're not working, I guess I'm in denial. Ask you how you've been, what seems to speed up every mile. Yeah, tell me you're not waiting to coming back for more. Use this conversation like a dead man at my door. You're calling me your loser, I've had it all before. Tell me that you choose her, you ain't got nowhere to go. You'll never find your peace and what to stop and tell me when I'm wrong. Hey, you take it, singing in a song. You never let me break down. You never let me break down. Hold on, distance away was too long. Wasting away like a zombie now. A zombie now. You're around. Tell me that the pain is gone. Hold me now like you always are. Always will. You tell me you're not waiting, you're coming back for more. It's this conversation, you ain't got nowhere to go. You ain't got nowhere to go. Thank you. You still resemble a righteous man. I won't touch you, you won't be your friend. When your light shines like heaven's door, still remember it'll never be like it was before. I've been trying hard to let you go. It's too hard for me to turn the page. The darkness pulling me down now. Getting nowhere while you're running place, and the years are closing on me now. But your defense, love the game, they're just calling it break it and we'll never go. I could always be around now. Oh, you're out of place, and the years are closing on me. Jump the fence, broke the game. I keep tagging as you move on. Oh, you're out of place. I'm sorry you go around. Running place. You run in place. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate everybody who is out in the audience there, like that. You want to do one more? What do you want to do? We do Parasite. Parasite, or what's the other? No, that's not good. Let's do Parasite. Love yourself. Walter, what's the Parasite? You don't have to. Walter, what's the Parasite? Let's do Parasite. Love yourself. I didn't practice a lot. Practice the other. Which one? Just do Love Yourself. Just do Love Yourself. Love Yourself. All right. Love Yourself. Let the nature of your game answer to your call, telling me one door to fight through. All the lights are gonna tear them down. Pull the curtains from the stage where the symphony plays through the crowd. God, always have your anger. You're an angel. You're a perfect soul, a perfect model citizen. I just want you to love yourself. Told you so many ways, constant praise. Yes, I waited way too late. I lost it all. I just want to save you from your hell. Here we play on the morning, sing our song. Yes, I waited way too long. I'll never go. It's a pretty dark day when you say you got nothing left to lose. God damn, you're okay. Hold on with the ones you know. I don't help just to try and change your attitude. It'll never change your heart. It'll never change your tune. You always have your angle. A perfect soul, a perfect model citizen. I just want you to love yourself. Told you so many ways, constant praise. Yes, I waited way too late. I tried it all. I just want to save you from your hell. We will play on in a bond, same old song. Yes, I waited way too long. The same old song. You always have your angle. You're an angel. You're an angel. You always have your angle. You're an angel. You're an angel. for you to love yourself. I told you so many ways. Thank you. Check, check, check. I still taste the way you used to be. You were living on the edge. I still feel your humanity when you try and break up. It never seems to end. Well, it's cold outside and you're terrified. Out of time and you need to move on. Hold on tight, parasite. Sing inside and you love to lose on. Way outside of season. You say it's time to find a friend. Way outside of reason. That's so like a parasite again. Parasite again. Well, you'll never find a reason for someone who let you go. Welcome to the season with another crown. And you have yourself when you see your show go up again. You hold on to the end. Cold outside and you're terrified. Out of time and you need to move on. Hold on tight, parasite. Sing inside and you love to lose on. Way outside of season. You see it's time to find a friend. Way outside of reason. Let's do it like a parasite again. A parasite again. Pull me down. You say it's over now. Your whole life you're waiting for failure. Meet me, darling, down by the water's edge. But your story stick to the pages. There's no reason turning your pages. Gonna be with no one in your bed. You see it's cold outside and you're terrified. You're out of time and you need to move on. Hold on tight, parasite. Sick inside and you love to lose out. Way outside of season. You say it's time to find a friend. Way outside of reason. That's so like a parasite. Cold outside, terrified. Out of time. You need to find a friend. Parasite again. Thank you. We are Beyond Gravity. We got Eddie on guitar, Walter on bass, Rob on drums, and I'm Dustin, I think. And we're done. Thank you.
Everyone, and welcome back to Between the Notes with Motif Mag here at the Parlour. My name is Jack Downey. It's great to be back, and I'm here tonight with Beyond Gravity.
Hello.
So, if you didn't,
Hello.
yeah, everyone gets to say hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
So, in case you didn't see it, Beyond Gravity just played an absolutely stellar set for us. Some great rock and roll music. So, before we continue, why don't you introduce yourselves for those who might not have seen the first half of the segment?
Sure. I'm Dustin. I'm the lead singer.
Eddie, guitars.
Rob, drums.
Walter, bass.
All right, nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
So, I gotta always ask the classic question of what your influences are, because when I was listening, I heard a lot of '90s, a lot of 2000s, and stuff like that. So, obviously, those are pretty broad terms. So,
What did you hear? Name a band. Putting them on the spot. What did you hear?
you know the band Live? I was honestly hearing a lot of that. Are you serious?
Wow. That's not blood related. Well,
Hey, you can brag. You don't have to be modest. You can brag.
no. He kind of a distant family member, but not blood related. So, but
Still pretty cool.
I feel like we're synced by music. Someday, we'll open up for him. I don't know.
Ed?
No, it's not. Can we stop talking about this right now? This is
Sure,
ridiculous.
sure. All right. So, aside from Live, who would you say has influenced you?
I would say a little bit of Incubus.
Okay. Yeah, I
like
could
it.
definitely hear that.
I like all '90s rock, so that's probably a lot of it. And Eddie likes.
Gonna shove that in my nose. Yeah, I mean you hit the nail on the head. A lot of '90s rock. If it was on BRU in the '90s and like early 2000s, it's what I've been listening to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say most recently, Nothing But Thieves is kind
Okay.
of one of my newer, but Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and all those bands. Walter, what do you think?
Metal.
Rock on, man. I could tell, honestly, that metal was a big influence on yours, just because of your cab, which is, right behind me. It's big. As a bass player myself, that's power right there.
Which metal band? Which metal band?
Skylit Drive. Killswitch Engage. Suicidal Tendencies. Old stuff, new stuff. Bunch of everything.
I'm assuming the Suicidal Tendencies is where the skateboard comes from.
That just helps me move that thing.
That's a fair point, actually. That's pretty cool.
I think in general we just all like the right music that people want to listen to. You know what I mean? I think we also write for ourselves, but we want to write stuff that is going to mean something to someone else. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of where we get some of our influence.
Well, those are certainly the goals, for sure, of being a musician. No, I totally get it. And I got to say, personally, the song you guys played third, I believe it's called Got Nowhere to Go. That was really good. I really like that one.
Nice. Okay. That's
no
going to be
problem.
on our new EP coming out.
Right. Yeah. No, I was going to
Yeah.
say, you were very excited to talk about your new EP earlier, so why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so we have an EP coming out at April 30th. We have an EP release party. You can check it out on our Facebook page. We have 4 tracks, and then we have a 5th one that's going to be coming out later in the summer. A 5th single, the Parasite, the last one we played.
That was good too.
So
That definitely changed it up a lot. That was a really good closer, I would say, because it just it was almost like hardcore. Like you almost started jumping at one point, and I was like, wow, okay, that's unusual for a live stream.
Yeah, not we don't play around. I'm not afraid. If I had more space, I'd do a
No, it's
backflip.
respectable.
Actually, I can't do a backflip. I don't. But yeah, no. I mean, we're pretty excited. Anybody want to say anything about the EP?
I'm excited.
He's excited. Rob's excited.
I'm ready.
He's ready.
Yeah, long time coming. We had some really great help from Quinn Murphy, who was our engineer. Jay Moss did our mastering. So it's been a long process, but it's been a good one.
It's always rewarding to see like the long project end up being what you wanted it to be. And so aside from Parasite, which you mentioned was coming out later in the summer, how many of the other songs you played today are going to be on the EP?
All but one.
All but one. Yeah. So we got Revolution. You Started a War. Got Nowhere to Go was the one that you liked, and then Love Yourself is the last song we tried. We did play that one. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there was only one song that we didn't play that was going to be on the EP. So
Is that one pre-released, or is that like even farther down the road?
that one's farther down the road. We
Okay.
probably have, I'd say, about 4 or 5 other tunes that we're probably going to put on our next CD. That doesn't. Hopefully, that one doesn't take a whole year to come
Hopefully.
out, but we'll see. It's been a long process, but it's been awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And so you said it was 4 songs, right? The EP. Does it have a name?
It's called The Nature of Your Game.
Okay, that's a good name.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
And actually, one of the lyrics from one of
Okay.
our songs, and actually Walter did a lot of the artwork that's going to be on the CD. Walter is our bassist. He's also an artist, a tattoo artist, just creative guy back there. So
That's pretty cool. I saw you have a lot of tattoos, so I guess that makes sense.
I'm not really as covered as I could be because I'm kind of modest. Like other artists that I work with, they're cut from head to toe, but
he left out the the teardrop on the side.
Teardrop.
We're giving him a Beyond Gravity tattoo tonight, right?
Yeah, we forgot to tell you that.
Yeah,
we
stick
can
and poke?
somebody roll back the curtain? We got a tattoo on. Anyway,
But yeah, you heard it here, folks. The nature of your game. Oh,
that I
sir.
work at Ink Therapy in East Providence. Ink Therapy on 328 Warren Ave.
What's Ink Therapy? Oh, that's the name of the place. Oh, I thought that was this. Okay.
great
All right.
place.
Ink Therapy. Shout out to Ink Therapy. And shout out to The Nature of Your Game, the new EP from Beyond Gravity, which will be coming out soon. And the single Parasite, which will be coming out also soon, but later.
Exactly.
Soonish.
Soonish.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
So, you guys seem to have really good chemistry, which is nice. How did you guys form as a band?
Ooh. Well, a lot of different stories actually. So, Rob and I have been in bands, several different bands. Our last band was called Rock Lawn Avenue.
Okay.
It was a little bit more pop 90s rock, you might say. So we have stuff on iTunes if you want to check that out too. But we started probably, I don't know, we were 8 years, something like that, with Rock Lawn Avenue and band breakups and all that kind of stuff. And then we brought on Eddie, started jamming with Eddie, and then I knew Walter from one of my wife's friends, and I was like, "Hey, Walter, I know you play the bass. Want to come out?" Boom. Oh,
And I saw him playing on stage, and I was like, "Hey, you want to be in a band?"
I thought it was a terrible set, so I was like, "Yeah, real funny, bud." And he's like, "Oh, I mean it." And here we are.
That's pretty cool. So some of you guys had stuff going on beforehand. So it's I guess sometimes it just works out that way. The first band doesn't always click, but then the band that comes after does. So that's pretty cool.
yeah. I think the biggest thing with music is life always kind of seems to get in the way with, kids and families and marriage and all that kind of stuff. It slows you down a little bit, but if you love it, you stick with it, right? So,
Yeah, that's the goal. Yeah. So are any of you guys married or have families or anything like that?
we're all
Really?
married and we all have kids. So, it's it's a journey every time we try to get together on a Thursday night at the same time every week, but we do it. So
Dedication, respect, and it provides a new definition to dad rock, because you're actually dads. So,
that's right.
but so it said I was checking out your Instagram a little bit, and it said that you guys are Providence based, but you mentioned earlier that you were from Seekonk. So are you guys all from Massachusetts, Rhode Island, or?
I mean, we practice in Providence, so I think that's kind of anchors us all to the, the Providence area. But
That makes sense.
we're all relatively from around. We're closer to Providence than we are Boston, I would say. So people that don't know Seekonk or Rumford, I think
No, that makes sense.
I think they might know Providence a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's either Boston or Providence. There's no in between. You could live in Plymouth, but you'd still say
I think we
Boston.
I think people in Plymouth refer themselves to the Cape. They're like,
Yeah.
I'm on the Cape.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. Question is, what do you do if you're north of Boston? Are you in New Hampshire at that point, or are you still Boston? Manchester, yeah. Either Manchester or maybe you're desperately clinging on to Boston. Yeah. No, I always did that when I made Bandcamp accounts. I would always just put Boston for ease. Yeah.
I think people know Boston even more than Providence. Sometimes people from
Oh yeah.
not in New England, they're like Providence. They don't know what it is, so that's why I put. But that's where we are more than Boston. So we're Providence.
The further out you get from the East Coast, the more everything just becomes Boston. So.
Yeah.
But so going back to the music a little bit, have you guys ever released anything before, or is this EP going to be your debut?
This will be our debut, yeah.
Okay.
For Beyond Gravity, definitely. Yep.
And how long have you guys been a band, would you say?
About 2.5 years now, I think.
I'd say the first year we were kind of like we jammed when we could, and now I think we're more, hey, every Thursday and let's get some shows. So I'd say the last year has been probably the more consistent. The first year we were kind of just messing around a little bit.
And then the pandemic happened, right? So that
Yeah.
kind of slowed things down a lot. But we don't talk about Bruno, so I don't know.
So in the time that you guys have really been like focused on being a band, how many shows have you played? Where do you typically play around? I saw that you played Alchemy recently.
Yeah, that was our first show. We're just starting.
Really?
We're just starting to kind of get out now. So that was our first show. Our second show is April 30th at the FET in
Okay.
Providence. So we're gonna, this summer we kind of made it a thing that hey, we got to start actually playing in front of people. So that's our goal this summer.
Yeah, the last year, really has been kind of dedicated to the EP and in and out of the studio when we could, because our schedules are all over the place, like as we said, being dads and married and all that stuff. So yeah, but we're excited to break out.
No, it's a great feeling, honestly, to have material that really clicks and then being able to show it to people.
What bands are we playing with on the 30th?
Is it Crushed Vinyl and Driveways? Is that right?
So far, Crushed Vinyl and Driveways. There's going to be one more band added to the mix, I think.
Cool.
On the 30th, so. Yeah, definitely check them out. They're awesome bands, too.
Yeah, Crushed Vinyl and Driveways. You heard it here, and it's going down April 30th at Fate Music Hall in Providence. So
That's right.
local
Be
show.
there.
And how so since some of you guys are from Mass, do you have your eye on Mass at all, or are you going to stick largely in Rhode Island, do you think?
I think our first shows just happen to be in Providence, but I think we'll definitely break out to different areas, maybe New Hampshire and some parts of Boston and things like that. I think we're gonna branch out a little bit, but it just happened to start in Providence just out of chance. But I think we're gonna branch out a little bit when the weather gets nicer. No one wants to drive in the snow, so we're ready in the summer though.
That's the best time to do it.
Yeah, I think we're going to definitely take them on, probably maybe 1 or 2 more shows this summer. We'll see. And do some other big things. So maybe a music video or two. We'll see.
Okay. Nice. You know, I feel like a lot of local bands try to skip over the music video part, but I think it's really important. So
I agree, 100%.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean the music video, like that's the content that people are gonna stop on social media and take a look at. You know, if you just have a WAV file up there and they hit play, like what are they looking at? You know what I mean?
It gives a story to the song too. You know, if you have, like you said, "Got Nowhere to Go" is one that sticks out to me also. So I think there's a story behind that, and you know, I think people can kind of grasp onto the story a little bit more if you can see it visually. So I agree.
that's really cool. And I noticed on your arm you have a tattoo that says I Heart Ride. Is that the band Ride or is that something else?
That's a long ass story, but
All right.
okay.
We got 5 minutes. If there's a condensed 5
Okay.
minute version, then I'm all ears.
So I used to be a snowboard instructor back in
Okay.
the day, and I got invited to a snowboard demo. Ride Snowboards was there, and they were passing out free boards to people that got invited to this after party. And they actually had a curtain with the tattoo artist behind it and said, if you get I Heart Ride tattooed somewhere on you. This is when Jaeger bombs came out, let me say that. So I had a few Jaeger bombs, and I was just like, boom, let's put it right there. Right on my forearm, you know. Well, you know, I've been in plenty of meetings where they didn't even notice, so it's like, what are you going to do? That's the story. But I got a free snowboard, I still have it.
There you go.
Boom.
Nice. That's an interesting story, and I didn't expect it.
And we know somebody who can cover it up.
That's right. If I ever want Walter to put it in anything, I'm sure he'll charge me for it, but that's okay.
It's work.
And so also, Eddie, I was looking at your pedal board because it's been right in front of me this whole time, and it's really big, and it's still got a lot of pedals. So I must ask, what's your favorite pedal on that board?
So tonight, pretty much the only thing I used on that entire board is the Jekyll and Hyde from True Tone. It's
Okay.
a dual distortion overdrive that's been on my board for 10 years. The first one was stolen, so I bought another one.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a whammy. That's a volume pedal. There's a wah. Yeah, a little bit. So yeah, that one is where all my drive tones came from, and then there's a Neuneber reverb that's always on. It's like a reverb and a touch of delay.
We're gonna come up with a song for every one of those pedals. So that's our new goal.
That's gonna be real noisy.
That's the new goal, man.
And that's an Eddie Vedder model guitar, is it not? Oh, sorry, not Eddie Vedder. That's Eddie Van Halen.
It looks like it. So Van Halen's, they were made by Peavey. That's made by Ernie Ball.
Oh,
So
okay.
similar body shape, but everything else about it is different.
Right. Yeah, definitely not Eddie Vedder. I was. Nope.
Close enough.
Yeah, close. Eddie V. It's the same. Yeah.
Both Eddies. It's fine. The three Eddies. I'm in good company.
Both play guitar. So.
It's true. Will you get that out of my face?
They can't hear you with you on the mic.
You're gonna make me break a tooth.
All right. Make you look better. Oh,
Wow.
boom.
We got some drama for the magazine. But yeah, and props. Honestly, I saw you knocked over one of the Gansets, but you recovered well from that. And thanks for helping clean it up.
That's very common.
Yeah,
That's a common occurrence. Yeah, common. Very
No,
common.
I just bring it up. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but it happens to me all the time. Every time I've had any sort of beverage on stage, it's either exploded on my amp, or it falls over on the stage, or it just explodes on the stage, and people
yeah.
laugh at me.
I mean, lesson learned. Right?
I just remember the last time was a Bud Light.
There you go.
And I think I did like a dramatic swig, and I just like planted it on the ground, and it just burned. Yeah, and then I had to stop the show and clean it up. Actually, no, my roommate cleaned it up, so he came in clutch
nice.
there. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, good roommate. No, for sure. Shout out Cole Patno.
It's good to have roommates.
Yeah, but no, it was cool to see people actually like move around and get into it during a live stream, you know, because that's that kind of energy that I feel like if it's continuous, that really shows a lot of passion for what you're doing. So, like you were all moving around, and you were really getting into the drumming at points too, which is really cool. And I don't know. Red Hot Chili Peppers just did a live stream for Howard Stern. I was just watching that recently, and like that like blew me away. Because they're in like their 50s and they're like
crazy.
jumping around, and I'm like,
He,
wow.
like,
And
swings
they're
the mic
playing
stand
like
over
no,
his head.
they're playing to nobody. They're playing to Howard Stern.
Right. Well, honestly,
And you're probably playing to less people here.
Well, I was a little bit worried about it, to be honest with you. I'm like, hopefully we have it, but you know what? Once you get playing, it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, we do have the passion for it, so it just whatever comes out.
No, it's great. It's great to see. No problem. But
Good sound too.
yeah, no, you guys sounded great.
Thank you.
Yeah, sound
Yeah,
guys.
the sound
yes,
guy was
yes.
phenomenal. Yeah. There he is. All right. Woo! He makes it all happen. Makes it all happen.
Yeah, he makes this world go round.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's great, honestly, because a lot of places they don't like. I could hear you guys through the monitors, and sometimes places don't even really take that into consideration. So it was a very well-rounded sound. And I gotta say, your snare tone. I was actually talking about it a little bit, like off stage, like that. It sounded very 2000s, which was also kind of added to why I thought you guys took a lot of influence from the 90s and the 2000s. It really had that kind of like that like high pitched like
Snap, the
punchiness to
snap,
it.
Yeah, I always love that. So
It's
I
pretty
try to-
cool.
I really crank it up, but
Yeah. I mean, how hard is that to keep in tune?
to be honest, it's been in my basement for about a month, and it's stayed in tune. So yeah, not very hard at all. I really do. I crank the shit out of it, and hopefully it doesn't break.
Sometimes things just work like that. So yeah.
For our first show, he brought his drum set out, and one of the guys that we know at Jam Stage,
Oh, okay.
he was playing it, and he's like, "You can't play on that for your first show. You gotta tune that." Rob doesn't care about tuning. He tuned it up, thank God. It sounded good. I think it still sounds good. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually know Quinn. My old band used to perform at Jam Stage.
Oh,
Well, not
nice.
perform, rehearse. So
Shout out to Quinn Murphy. Is he watching? We don't know.
yeah. Yeah, no, Quinn's great. Yeah, I think he was gonna record our band's EP, and then we broke up, so that didn't happen. Yeah.
Damn
I know.
it.
Yeah, it's a shame. We might be recording stuff individually though, and then compiling it, and then he might mix it. So we'll have to see. But
Yeah. I mean, like I said, a long process, but we're really happy with the results. So thank you, Quinn.
yeah, shout out Quinn, shout out Jam Stage.
Boom.
Well, we're just about out of time, but is there anything else that you'd like to add before we go?
Thank you.
Yeah, anytime. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us. We appreciate it. It was awesome. It was a good time.
Yeah, no, this has been a really fun interview.
Awesome.
Well, folks, you've been listening to Between the Notes with Motif Mag here at the Parlour in Providence, Rhode Island. My name is Jack Downey. Thanks again to Beyond Gravity for joining us tonight. You guys played a great set. Keep an eye
Thank
out
you.
for their EP, The Nature of Your Game, which is coming out very soon, and their single Parasite, which is coming out soon-ish. And shout out to our sponsors, Trinity Beer Garden, R1 Racing, and what? Gray Sail Brewing.
Love Gray Sale. If you want to give me
Yes.
some free Gray Sale, I'll take it. I don't know. Are we still recording? Okay. All right.
Excellent. Come to the Parlour. Yeah, enjoy some Gray Sail. But thank you guys again for coming. And if you like what you've been hearing tonight, this will be on Spotify soon. And if you want to watch it again, it'll be on Facebook until Facebook is no longer a website. So come back and watch it and check it out on Spotify when it gets put up. It'll be under Motif Mag on Spotify. So keep an eye out for it there. And stay tuned for next week because there will be another interview next week as well. Same time, same station. Until then, see you soon and have a good night.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
I think we're done. Thanks.
Thank you.
Anytime.